guys. Anthony Ace Michaels is back from sleeperselections.com. Make sure you go get your free week if you haven't already. Check out bestsportspicks.today.com and check out all the free picks there from the top handicappers and the free pick page. And check out the top sportsbook tab at the top. That'll point you in the right direction on shopping around odds, and they're giving away a lot of bonus money, guys. So make sure you check all those sports books out and take advantage of it. That's how you get ahead of this game. Coming off of a 1-2 week, I would say it's 2-2 because I really like the Rams. I didn't put them as my best bet, but I did say I was playing them. So from here on out, if I only have 2 best bets, I'm not going to try and do 3 every week. Some weeks I'll have 4 or 5. Some weeks I might have 2. I do have 3 coming up, so we're going to look at that. But not too bad. We got it back on that Monday night game. The over was easy there. And if you had the Rams too, the Chiefs didn't show up like they should have. But I really like this trend that's going with them. And then the Steelers, they had plenty of chances to win that game. It just happens in a game like that. What could you do? You can't be perfect. So we're looking at 7-3 record so far. You guys are winning some money, so let's jump into these games. We're going to go to Thursday night game. The Jaguars at the Bengals. You got the Bengals minus 7.5. This is the story of Burrow versus Lawrence, the 2 top picks in the last 2 years. Pretty evenly matched. Both teams are Bengals are 2-1, but they're not like a 2-1 team. And the Jaguars, I don't think are an 0-3 team. They're not terrible. They're bad, but they're not terrible. I think both of these teams are pretty bad. In that case, I'm going to take as my best bet the Jacksonville Jaguars plus the 7.5. I do think that Trevor Lawrence is going to have something to prove. He seems like he's improving each game, and he don't want to lose to Burrow. So I think it's going to be a close game. So in that case, anything over a touchdown, you have to take the points here. So I'm going to try to load up there on that first game and see what happens on the way out. Lions at Bears Sunday. Bears minus 3. Worst offense in the past century of 1.1 yards per play for the Chicago Bears. That's not going to happen again. All the people on the Chicago radio, because that's where I'm from, are all over the Lions here, but not me. I'm going to wait till the game time. I'm probably not going to bet this game, but if I decide to, because this is a game that my family watches, unfortunately. But the Chicago Bears at, minus 3, minus 2 should be a pretty solid play. I think you throw the last game away. I do think that this team could bounce back pretty easily against the Detroit Lions. Washington Redskins at Atlanta Falcons. Washington minus 1.5 on the road. Yeah, Falcons did get their first win. It didn't look too good. Washington's better than they've been showing. I like the Washington Redskins here at the minus 1.5. Anything under 3 though, as a favorite. I always try to take the money line because you don't want to get burned by that 1 or 2 points. So if you're going to play this game, take the Redskins money line, maybe put it in a parlay. Next, Texans at the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo minus 16. The Texans look awful. Buffalo was minus 17, so maybe wait on this game. Take the Buffalo Bills if you get 14 or maybe 13.5. I'm going to stay away from this game. It's way too many points, but I do think the Bills put up another 40. Panthers at the Cowboys. Cowboys minus 4.5. I usually stick with teams on the road that are undefeated until they show me that they don't deserve to win. A lot of people think that the Panthers are playing better than they actually are, and a lot of people think that the Cowboys are not playing as good as they are, which they showed last week what they could do. I like the Panthers plus 4.5. I'm not going to play it, but you guys in these pools and confidence pools and things like that, I think the Panthers could win this game straight up, so that's something to take a look at. The Colts at the Dolphins. Miami minus 2. Miami looks bad. They look real bad. The Colts look bad. And in that case, when both teams are bad, you usually go with the home team. But I'm going to go against all odds here, and I think that the Colts will get the job done. I just like this team a little bit better than the Dolphins right now. This matchup favors the Colts. So, yeah, not a game I'm playing, guys, but take the Colts. Browns at the Vikings. Browns favorite by 2 in Minnesota. Man, that's weird, huh? Minnesota should be 3-0. They could very easily be 3-0. The Browns played pretty bad last week, but they played the Chicago Bears, so they got the job done. They just look out of sync. They're not sure who their true running back is. Mayfield doesn't look like he did last year. I think the Vikings roll here. I'm gonna take them one of my best bets. Vikings +2. I would lock it in as soon as you can because I think that the Vikings could be favorite at kickoff. Giants at the Saints. We got the Saints -7.5. I don't think Winston should be favored by 7.5 against anybody. He's a light switch. He's either on or off. If he's off, it could be bad. So if you are going to play this game and he's off, the Giants could win. So 7.5 should be plenty. I think he's going to be off again. Giants defense is not too bad. Yeah, so 7.5 is a lot. Maybe look at that money line too. Titans at the Jets. Titans favored by 7 in New York. The Jets are probably one of the worst teams in the NFL. The Titans, on the other hand, look pretty good. I don't know how they're going to be able to stop Henry. They do have a passing game. Their defense is not bad. I just don't see the Jets scoring enough points, so I think 7 is plenty here for the Titans to win by. Chiefs at Eagles. This is my other best bet. I said in the past weeks, if the Chiefs lose 2 in a row, I am going to load up on them for the third game. They lost the last 2. They haven't looked great. The Eagles look terrible. This is an Andy Reid revenge game. He's undefeated against his old team. All those factors put into play, Mahomes is going to be ready for this game. I think it's going to be a 40-point performance, 40 plus. I don't see the Eagles scoring 20, maybe 20, maybe 25 at the most. So for me, this is a no-brainer. I am going to hit the money line at the -270 because they're supposed to win this game, and I believe they're going to win, and I never do that. But this is almost a for sure. There's no such thing as for sure. 7 points could screw you at the end. I'm going to probably play both of them. I'm going to take the money line here at the 270. So I'll lay, whatever it is, 540 to win 200. And then I'll take 200 on the -7 just in case they don't cover. I don't lose. That's going to be my play. The Cardinals at the Rams. Rams -4.5. 2 undefeated teams. Both quarterbacks look great. Both offenses look great. That being said, I go with the points. 4.5 in the Cardinals. It's a scary line here. 4.5 is not something that I normally play, but if I was going to take it, I think the Cardinals could win this game. Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers -2.5 after a pitiful performance, which they came back in, but they always have about 2 quarters that are bad, and they're always finding themselves in a hole, and they have to come back in. I do believe that the Seattle Seahawks could win this game. They're a more consistent team. Not that much more consistent, but they're more of a consistent team. I love Jimmy Garoppolo. That's my guy. He's just not the fit there. I mean, he's like the light switch thing we talked about earlier. That's Jimmy Garoppolo. It's hard for me to place any money. I will stay away from the 49ers this year. I probably won't take them once, but I do think Seattle could get the win. Ravens at the Broncos, and this is even. This could be a trap game. Broncos are undefeated. People don't think they're that good. They're playing bad teams, which you don't look at. You just look at the record, which I do. The Ravens have still a ton of injuries. They got a 66-yard field goal to win the game last week, which they should have lost to Detroit. Yeah, this is not a game that I would bet by any means, but I can't take the Broncos going 4-0. They're just not that good of a team. And I know the Ravens are banged up, but I would lean towards the Ravens here. Steelers at the Packers. Packers minus 6.5. This is a bounce back game for Big Ben. I think 6.5 points. I hope it goes to 7. A lot of people are on the Packers. You know that. It's one of America's teams beside the Cowboys, especially here in the Midwest. That's a team that we dread looking ahead to. I like the Steelers, not because I hate the Packers, but just because I think that Big Ben doesn't play too many bad games in a row. He had a shocker in week 1. He pulled it off. I think this will be another shocker here. If he could beat the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, you're not supposed to look at it that way, but I do think that he could beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. I do think the Packers will probably still get a field goal to win this game, but it should be a close game. I like the Steelers there. Sunday night, Buccaneers at Patriots. All right, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. Buccaneers minus 7 on the road. I do think that Bill Belichick's going to do whatever he can to keep this game close. I know a lot of people are saying that Brady's going to throw up 50 on him. He wouldn't do that. And I think this game will be closer than that. I do think that the Patriots at home is a team that just seems better at home. They kind of grind it out, run the clock. It's going to be one of those, 19-17 games, something like crazy like that. So I do think the Buccaneers will win, but they won't cover. Last game, my Las Vegas Raiders at the Chargers. They're in LA. They're minus 3. The Chargers beat the Kansas City Chiefs last week. I know a lot of people look at stuff like that. The Raiders are 3-0. Gruden got them rolling. They're winning games they're supposed to win. They usually play up to their competition or play down to their competition. In this case, they're going to play up. I do think the Chargers are a little bit better team. I do think that the Chargers have better players, but I do think the Raiders are a better team. So that being said, the Raiders plus 3. If I'm up during the week here, I probably put a little something on the Raiders. It's not going to be a big bet for me at all, but I do think that the Raiders keep this game close, and how could you go against 3 points? And this is Anthony Ace Michaels signing off here with BestSportsPicksToday.com and SleeperSelections.com. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications to get all the updates. It'll help us out, and it'll help you out because you'll be the first one to get this content. Make sure you guys try to lock your bets in as soon as you can on the games that I was saying. I like the Jaguars minus the 7.5. I don't think it'll stay 7.5 for long. The Vikings plus 2. I don't think that that'll stay long. And the Chiefs minus 7. I don't think that those are going to stay those odds. They're going to go away and not in your favor. So make sure that you lock those games in now. And I'll see you next week. And let's cash in and let's get to 10-3.